This is the untold story of Emelie S, an engaged woman living in a small, quiet town 20 miles from Chicago. Today, she meets up with her psychologist, hoping to talk about her relationship issues. This is her story. The story, all names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious. No identification with actual persons, living or deceased, places, buildings, and products is intended or should be inferred. Emelie was a beautiful young woman. She was smart and well educated, but she wasn't very social. In the first minutes of our session, she talked about her fiance, Robert, who was always worried about her social life. He kept pressuring her to start spending time with her friends and join them at various occasions. She took a deep breath as if the next phrase would change the way I may perceive her. I asked her politely to exhale, knowing that she was scared to continue her story. "You strike me as a smart, independent woman." Her shoulders started to drop down as the tension seemed to have exited her body. "I would like to reassure you that I will not judge you, no matter what. This is a safe space." Now she was ready to continue her story. As it turned out, despite her reluctance, Robert convinced her to go to a local club one night. Emelie agreed to go, but she hated being the only woman without her man at her side in the group. She was terrified that she would be judged by others about her appearance. With her short dress, heels, and big earrings, she felt totally inappropriate. And when it was time for the drinks, she was totally scared to feel the sensation of having a drink in her hand. She felt like a fraud, which is something she never felt before. She was pulling her skin while waiting for a response from me. "How do you feel sharing this with me, Emelie?" She looked surprised, as if I said something she didn't expect. "I don't feel comfortable sharing this with you. I'm here and I won't go anywhere. I'm here to listen to what you have to say. Let me assure you, this is a room free of any sort of judgment." Her body was finally at ease and she was able to continue her story. "I felt so alone that night. Can you imagine how it feels to be engaged and be apart from your fiance? Frankly, I do not. However, this session isn't about me. Can you tell me what is going through your mind when you feel apart from your fiance?" Her body started to be tense again, yet this time she felt more comfortable to open up to me. "When I feel apart from my fiance, my mind is usually filled with a mix of emotions. On the one hand, I feel lonely and sad that we're not together, and on the other hand, I also feel guilty, as if I did something bad, because my future husband sends me away. These are very strong emotions you express. What else is going through your mind?" "I think about all the good times we've had together and the things that make our relationship so special. I worry that the distance between us will cause us to drift apart, and I struggle to find ways to stay connected." A single tear rolled down her cheek as she looked out the window. She felt a mix of emotions: sadness, regret, and guilt, all swirling around inside her. She felt as if she had made a mistake, and now she was paying the price. She thought back to the choices she had made to follow the demands of her fiance, to go out alone, without him, and the consequences that followed. She wished to undo it all, but it was too late. The damage was done, and all she could do now was hoping that things would get better. The time passed by quickly this first session, and the clock showed that only a few more minutes remained. It was time to wrap up, so I asked her, "What do you expect from me once you decide to start therapy? How can I be of help to you? I really want so badly to turn back time, to undo the mistakes that have been made. I know it's too late. I would like you to help me go through this phase in my life. I want to find a way to move forward. I want to grieve for what I have lost." I was surprised about her openness, so I ended our first session by telling her the following. "I know you may think this pain you are feeling will never pass on, but as you may experience here, accepting what lays in the past, finding creative coping strategies for the here and now, you will be able to look forward to a brighter future." If you enjoyed this episode of Emelie S, then like this video. Once this video hits 500 likes, the next session will be released soon after. Feel free to comment about how her story may continue and share it with a friend. For further information on online counseling, visit my website's blog at psychology4.me. Thank you for watching, and consider subscribing for weekly tales of therapy.